Yep.
Okay, so this is part 2, a continuation of the story video that I will be posting right before I post this one, because my darling cameraman Merv, the injured party here, did something.
Drop the camera.
Drop the camera. Something I do a lot, so no biggie. This is a part 2. Considering yesterday's video went for like 29 seconds, I really thought that I might make another video yesterday. But obviously that didn't happen. I still need to go through my phone and get room, but on saying that, Merv's phone has plenty of room and has a really decent camera, unlike mine, because my lens is broken, everything is just shitty. Here's something funny for you all. For the love of me, I cannot figure out how to sign Merv out of YouTube on his app on his phone, and believe you me, I tried. To be able to use it so that I could upload my own videos directly from his phone, because there's so little room on my own phone that I can't actually even send the videos to myself to upload them. At first I thought I could make a video of any length I wanted and send it to my own personal WhatsApp account, because I could upload the video directly from WhatsApp without it being on my device. Turns out that wasn't true, because I made a video the other day. I know I talked about it actually. I remember saying something like, I made a really decent length video on Merv's phone, but when I tried to send it to my WhatsApp to upload it, it only sent half of the video, right? Yeah, only sent half of the video. And I imagine that has something to do with lack of space. But anyway, I couldn't figure out how to sign them out. Thankfully, I remembered I have YouTube Studio. So I downloaded that onto Merv's phone. And I must admit, I don't go into it often unless I'm going into it directly to the comments to try and catch up on all the comments. So if you've commented and I haven't responded, I apologize. Our life is in turmoil right now, and I really, really appreciate you all. I just, I'm either doing stuff or trying to keep my mind from feeling like it's going to explode, which it does sometimes, which it has felt like numerous times. I think this is the last part on this leg, but I'm also not 100% sure. And then we're going to have to pause the video, which is something I don't like to do, unless of course Merv wants to flip the camera and talk to you guys himself, because I need to go and change the water, that's all. So if you can flip the camera without stopping the video, you know which one it is?
The top one?
Well, it should have like little things that look like it. Let me have a look, people. Alright, hold on, I'll teach Merv something. Yep, the top one. It should flip the camera. Oh no, that's just taking photos. Your phone doesn't let you do it. Interesting. Alright, just talk to them while I do this. Hello people, we're still here.
Yeah, we're still here.
No, your phone doesn't flip. How strange is that? That just
Weird.
takes a photo, and I'm only going to be a second. I just need water.
Yeah, no. Yeah, weird phone. Said I've got a weird phone.
You got an old phone.
Oh yeah. It's an old Samsung S6, which is years old now. Out of date, long time.
Indeed.
But
the camera still works way better than mine does. Oh, that one is bad. That one is weeping really bad. That one is weeping really bad. I personally think he should have gone to a hospital or a doctor, and that he needed help. I think he needed stitches. I was somewhat out of it when it all happened, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was all, like, I think I made a bit, I don't know what night it was that I made the video or what the video was about that I didn't upload, because I've actually forgotten about it until now. Not true, I remembered it yesterday for about 30 seconds and then forgot about it again. But my sister's a nurse. Oh, to all you doctors and nurses out there, I salute you. This is so fucking gross. That's right.
It's not that bad. In the greater scheme of things, it's not that bad.
Merv was a senior constable paramedic for over 40 years. His not that bad and mine not that bad are very different. Very different.
Yeah.
Right?
Different life experiences.
No shit. It's getting the fluff off without fucking wrecking the fucking, you know, what's trying to heal. So the ultimate goal for today, I think, is to get these all clean, right? And you want to leave them to air dry, yeah?
Yep.
Alright. It's going to take me a while to do it all, so we won't film it all. I just thought I would give you a look-see into what's happening. But on the day it happened, yeah, so...
Oh, this looks 1,000% better than the day it happened.
Yeah, he walked in and said something like, I did something stupid, and I was on the couch, not gonna lie, I had taken a Xanax to stop me from crying, because I found out information on the Tuesday when we picked up the caravan that just utterly broke me, and broke me so severely that it's hugely affected me for the entire rest of the week. In fact, it was so bad that it's hugely affected me in literally every single aspect, actually. I guess to sum it up, I'll just say that the people who had the farm where Merv's caravan was, somehow got it in their head that I was some kind of manipulating gold digger out to con and deceive Merv. What killed me the most was the fact that not only did these people think this, they thought it and had been saying it in text messages that I've seen. Merv and I have full, like, I had to open the messages from the woman because we'd gotten to where we needed to be, but we couldn't find the turn-off street, right? And like, she'd called the day before and she was really angry, and I got so anxious, like so anxious, and I just didn't understand what was going on. And Merv just kept saying, you know, it's nothing, there's nothing, everything's fine, they probably just had a bad day, yeah? Except that that wasn't the case. The case was that I get you. At least this is an interactive freaking video, right? Yeah.
It's a change.
Better than the ones where I'm like, hi, I'm asleep, I'm tired, I'm going to bed, talk to you tomorrow. Even I don't like those videos suck, right? Oh my god, this one looks worse than that one. It's so gross. Anyway, so we get this message and we're like not even 2 minutes away, right? And we didn't know we had to be there by a certain time, yeah? Like on the phone, she was like, give it, you know, tell us a time, when are you leaving? And Merv, like I said, neither of us understood what was going on. They've been perfectly nice to us, to our faces, me especially. Well, sort of. And then this message comes through, and it is so vicious, right? And it's like, you are late. I don't know what kind of games you've been playing. Like, you have to have the caravan off the property before sundown. And then I just said to him, Merv, I was like, something has happened. I was like, you don't go from being friends with these people for the years that you had. Like, how many years have you did? Like, they were friends with Pam. That was Merv's wife who passed, right? And so and I know Merv doesn't mind me saying that because he's holding the camera and it's his legs you're looking at, yeah?
That's right.
So a long time, right? Because Merv has lived in this property for over 5 years, which I did not fucking know, which makes everything feel worse. But I said to him, I was like, something has had to have happened. I was like, but I don't understand what. And so I said to him, can I read up a couple of the comments? Like, the text is from her. And he was like, yes. So I'm like in the car, right? And he's tried to ring her because like we said, you know, we were literally moments away from them. We just went down the wrong side street, yeah? Anyway, he tried to ring and she wouldn't answer, but she sent through the text message with the address. And I was like, something's wrong, right? And it was weird because I was so apprehensive that morning to the point where, and I feel like I may have said this in a video, but I packed the few last rolled cigarettes I had from the neighbour. And not only that, when I went out to the car to leave, I realised I'd forgotten my lighter, so I went back in, which then reminded me I had my bag. So, you know, it was a whole cascade of things. But my point is, I packed cigarettes, right? And I haven't done that in like fucking, yeah, like, the only reason I even have them is from when I didn't have the vape and I was waiting for it to be sent up from Melbourne, and I pinched a couple from the neighbour and didn't even smoke them because smoking is gross, as is fucking vaping. It just turns out that I'm once again addicted to fucking nicotine, mostly because of the fucking stress in my life, yeah? This shit doesn't help, what? But it was an accident, and it's made him have to like sit down and fucking rest, and me pull my head out of my ass because I have to actually adult, right? Though I cooked dinner last night.
It's very nice.
I did outsource the groceries to my lovely walking friend neighbour. I was just like, I'm mentally fucked. Merv can't walk. Please help me, so to speak. Which happened because of the fact that I asked Merv to ask Dollar Man, whose shop is literally like the same complex. Like, you just walk from his shop to Woolworths, and it'd be like about a minute walk, yeah? And because when everything happened, I said to Merv, I said, I'm not emotionally, mentally, physically well enough to go out to do any of this stuff in this moment, because again, if you've been following long enough, you will know that I'm highly attuned to myself these days. And I knew that if I tried to force myself to go out there, I was going to break down, because it was the fucking day after this whole thing had happened, right? And mind you, in the car, before I even got to these people's places, in my head too, keeping in mind, I thought that we were all good. I thought we were becoming friends, you know. I scrolled back up. I scrolled back up, and the messages were all very directly related to me. It was clear as day to me when I read the messages that they have been insinuating since the very first time they met me, since the first time they found out Merv has a housemate, that I'm out to harm him. So when we got back in the caravan, we left it on the side of the street because it's fucking, you can imagine, like I was bawling my fucking eyes out because I read through the messages and I said to Merv, I was like, in all of the messages they've written, they've said, right, they need to talk to him alone, that I might be a part of Merv's life, but I'm not, in capital letters, a part of their life, that they don't trust me, that they have anxieties about me. Like, it was just on and on. And it was so bad. And it was so wrong. It was wrong. None of that is true. I've come in here and paid for everything. I have done above and beyond what I think most people would do for someone they've just met. Merv and I get along like a house on fire, and I am so happy to have a friend and a housemate, but for the love of God, Merv was 34 years old when I was born. If you're honestly in the category of thinking that is okay in a relationship age gap, I think you should go with them, because I think it's fucking sick and twisted, right? Like, actually sick and twisted, yeah?
Yep.
Put it into comparison, I am closer in age to Doloman's son than I am to Doloman and Merv, right?
Yep.
And yet Doloman's son is a high schooler, making it illegal. And yet, once he's past the age of 18, it makes it okay? It doesn't make it okay. It makes it all sorts of fucked up, yeah? There is absolutely not a single iota part of me, and Merv knows this, that finds Merv like attractive, romantic, all the fucking, I'm not saying you're not attractive, that seriously comes out badly, but I'm in love with Andrew. I've been in love with Andrew for over a fucking decade. Like,
And that's not going to change anytime soon.
it's not changing. It doesn't change. We was watching the news and they were talking about the 50th anniversary of Triple J this morning, and they put this thing on, and like, you know, viewers were texting in about their first memories of Triple J, and I just started smiling and my heart became all warm and fuzzy, and I was just so happy. And I said to Merv, I was like, I remember my very first memory for Triple J. And like, again, if I think about it, it does. It makes me so happy, because my first fucking memory for Triple J was when Andrew asked me what radio station I fucking listened to way back down in the beginning when we met, and I told him which one it was. This is so gross because it looks like it's a part of the scab, but it's really not a part of the scab, it's a part of the fucking Band-Aid. And I have to get that out right, because that's gonna be bad, yeah?
Yep.
Oh God, this is freaking me out more than it's freaking you out. I see that much. It's making me want to hurl. Not gonna lie, yeah. No pressure. There it is. That's part of the Band-Aid. I swear it's not part of the skin.
No,
It's part of the Band-Aid.
not part of the skin.
But it doesn't want to come off either, so maybe I'm losing my fucking mind. But it definitely looks like it's the part of the Band-Aid embedded in it. So I'm just going to keep doing this for a minute.
Yeah.
But like, my favourite memory, my memory for Triple J, I was explaining it to Merv this morning, and like, I can't talk about it without smiling and feeling good and happy. Or I can't talk about him, I should say, because I do remember that. I remember it exactly. I remember him asking me and telling me how funny and ridiculous that is, considering the music I listen to. He's like, all the music you listen to is never going to be on these radio stations. He's like, you need to listen to Triple J. And so he immediately switched all of my radios over in the car, in the house, and everything like that. And he was right, yeah? Triple J is the best freaking radio station there is in Australia, right? And I love it. I cannot quite figure out how to get the fucking frequency in my car up here. Like, I get it, and then I'm still working on that one. As with Merv's car, because you know that I bought a new stereo for Merv's car. Oh, there you go again. I'm the fucking manipulating gold digger, even though I have spent thousands upon thousands of dollars to get everything in the most amazing shape fucking ever. I mean, I've come in and I've spoiled you in all sense of the fucking word, Merv.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yep.
But I have zero interest in dating. Ever. The only
No.
person only person in the whole world that I would ever want to ever see or be with in any kind of romantic way is the person I've loved for over a decade.
That's right.
And over a decade, as my friend Eden would say to me, is a drop in the fucking bucket for me when it comes to time. Does it feel like it's been over 8.5 years since I've seen him? Does it feel like it's been over 10 since I met him? No, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. But with the whole caravan thing, reading these messages that were just so clearly about me, and then reading Merv's responses, which were absolutely, completely and utterly oblivious to everything being said about me, and only responding to the things that actually needed, like caravan and, you know, like these messages. I went back and I read them right from the start, from where he had them, right? And they started when we were still in Melbourne, right? They started when we were in Melbourne. And I found out, and from a writer's point of view, I'm going to say it to you the way I said it to Merv, you should never skip words when reading something. Because Merv, earlier that day or the day before, was like, oh yeah, I skip words because your brain just fills in the rest and it's easy and faster to read. Well, the problem is when you skip words, your brain can fill in the wrong word, yeah?
Absolutely can.
When I showed Merv the messages and explained to him how they actually read, and asked him to read them all back again from the start, which was the 19th of November, mind you, and we were in Melbourne, Merv was able to see exactly what I said. Fair call?
Fair call.
They blamed me for everything, right? And not only did they blame me and have it like these people just truly despise me, and they have no reason to, because they know nothing about us or me. No one except my beautiful neighbour across the street and a couple other ladies I've had for drinks who I'm slowly getting to, but basically the only people up here who even know a little bit about me is Merv, because I live with him, and let's face it, I've been making these videos for more than 3 years. Go back to the start and watch, like it's pure. You can see my real life timeline, right? That's what I said to Merv, right? But I'm a good fucking person. And yet I found all of this out moments before we pulled into the fucking person's yard, yeah? Now, having read those messages, I'd already completely broken down, right? I was crying my eyes out, and I had my sweat towel with me, my hand towel that I take everywhere with me because of the humidity up here, and I was crying into that as quietly as I could, because obviously in the 2.5 hour, 2 hour, the 45 minute drive to get there, the entire time up until that message came through, I truly thought we were going somewhere who was one of Merv's friends who not only would I be able to ask to use the bathroom, but obviously I'd get out, I'd say hello, would have a talk, maybe a coffee. We've driven for nearly 3 hours, and yet I had to stay in the car because I was not welcome there, and I was an absolute mess, and I was so angry at Merv because he allowed that to happen. Like, we've had many a fight about it. I say fight, I yell, he listens, same as fucking the bullshit that happened with Andrew. As I've said to Merv, I'm like, I feel like I'm going through deja vu in that sense, but this is the stuff I have to figure out how to fix, because I cannot keep getting as angry as I do, because all I felt in that moment, being on that property, was like I was worth less than nothing, like an insect you would stand on. And it has taken me so fucking long to get to a point where I don't feel like that about me, that I do feel like I'm someone here that can help people. I don't know a single fucking soul who shares like I do. And again, yesterday's argument, same deal. Like, I wanted the caravan brought in to the property. I said to Merv, above and beyond anything else, I will do everything that I possibly can so that you can heal. Because the videos and the pictures and the rest of it, I swear it doesn't do justice to actually how badly fucked up he actually looks. And this is just the front, the back of his legs, his back, his stomach, all of him is bruised and just battered and open, because we got here on a Tuesday and it was a fucked up drive home, because I, in the end, ended up, because I was just sitting there in the car crying. These people obviously haven't acknowledged me. I am hating myself and Merv at the time, not gonna lie, for being in that position, because I should never have been in that position. I should never have gone. Like, if Merv had only told me what these people were saying, and I can't be totally mad because he skips words. Like, he keeps telling me that he didn't know. And I choose to believe, because I have to, that he would not have put me in that situation if he did. But he's promised to never fucking skip a word again. And to every single person out there, don't skip words. As a writer, we put all the words in the sentences we do for a reason. Yeah?
Yeah.
And it's like, same with yesterday. I'm finished up with yesterday. Each day's a new day, right? Starting each fucking single day fresh, because I have to. We have to, all of us, I think, have to, truth be told. Yesterday, the landlord calls, right? So on Wednesday, mind you, the house has officially gone on the market, yeah? And by Wednesday, there were already two couples wanting to, come and view the property. And the agent was like, is after 5 okay? Is it fair o'clock? Whatever the fuck. No, it must have been, no, it was Friday. So
Friday,
the house went on the market. Okay, that's really in there. But is it hurting you?
No.
It's not skin, I'm positive. Oh, Jesus, I don't fucking know. But anyway, so the house went on the market. The board isn't even up. Wednesday morning they took all the photos. So Thursday the house went on the market. By Friday there were two couples already wanting to view the property. Agent obviously calls. We have to tell them we can't go anywhere. Like, obviously when they do inspections and shit like that, they don't want the tenants here. But well, if you watch this video, you've seen his fucking legs, and like I said, it was a lot worse, and it's worse in reality. But so on Friday evening, she brings through 2 couples, right at the same time, mind you, that my neighbour is arriving with our groceries, because, as I said, shit has just happened this week. I don't ever fucking remember the order of stuff, eh? And that was when I said to Merv to ask the dollar man to please go to Woolworths to get essentials, bread and milk and eggs. We would have been fine with just that, yeah? And Merv wouldn't do it. Pride. Even after every single thing he does for that man, that he does for free. Like, they're going on a holiday and they expect Merv to work. Do you think they asked? Do you think they had respect? Do you think they had anything like that? No. When Merv said he was injured and he couldn't work, the dollar man was like, okay, I'll stay behind for the shop. The kids were devastated, which I told Merv they would be, so we needed to shut the fucking shop and just do the right thing by the family and Merv. But instead, what the dollar man did was he changed the dates of the holiday to Easter and then called and let Merv know. Once again, having absolutely zero respect for Merv, for asking if he has plans, we have plans, anything's happening, nothing. It wasn't even, can you do it? They didn't ask a word before they went ahead and changed it to fucking Easter. And yet, after all of that, I asked Merv to please ask him to literally walk 30 fucking seconds away from a shop after he'd finished to get us essentials, and Merv said no. And I just broke again completely. And that's when I just said, I'm not leaving the house, I'm not doing shit. I have paid not only half of everything since the moment I moved in, which, oh, fun story, I told Dollar Man I would be doing as an equal fucking house member, and his response was, oh, you won't have to worry about that, Merv won't care, Merv won't mind. Like, what the actual fuck, yeah? Like, the dude's insane, right? But I had to explain to Merv later on that day that by not asking him for help, he effectively showed me how little I'm worth. Again, because I bend over absolute backwards for everyone and help people and do all of that. But he would rather have gotten me to, and this is what I'd originally planned to do, because I knew I wasn't in a state of mind that I could go to the shops, yeah? And we all know that I need to be, because I have full-blown fucking panic attacks and overwhelm, right? I messaged my neighbour asking if she had wireless headphones, because I don't currently, and she didn't. I looked at Click It Collect and they were like, you know, ready in 90 minutes or something, and I was like, okay, I'm sure I can manage this. Not to mention, Merv had left his medication that he very much has to have at night, get down to, he hadn't left, right? And so I knew I was going to have to go out to help. I had to. I didn't know what to do, right? Even though I knew it was fucking me. Which is why I asked him to ask. That doesn't want to come off. It was staying there.
Yeah, just leave it there then.
There's more down here I have to deal with. I'm not going to lie, it hurt like an absolute son of a bitch when Merv would not ask for the man to go and help us with essentials, but it was okay for me to spend my entire day working my mental health, which is so fucking fragile right now, to a point where I could leave the house. And after that, I just said, I'm done. And I picked up all my stuff and I went to my room. And I messaged my friend across the street and I told her. And after a while, I calmed down and I went to check on Merv. Actually, I think the order of that story is wrong. We had a fight. I went and calmed down. I went in to check on him. I then asked him to ask about him getting the essentials, and he said no. And I was just like, I don't know what you expect from me anymore. Thankfully, the neighbour was lovely, and she was like, I can get anything that is needed, because by this point, I was already in an absolute fucking mess, right? Like, some of you have seen me on bad days, yeah? So I just read my no sleep Reddit stories, and fucking took my Xanax and my weed and tried to get through it. It's really hard to be mad at someone who truly matters the world to you and has fucked himself up this much, right? This was a fucking accident and a half. Like, he's so lucky that he didn't break any bones, his neck, his back, his legs, anything. Not that he will allow anyone to take him to a fucking hospital or doctor to have any of that shit checked out. And he lied to me to my face last night, which I'm so not happy about. Because I asked him as a paramedic if he had been brought to a scene and had the exact same scenario happen to a patient, which basically goes along the lines of, it was due to rain on Tuesday night, there was a crack in the skyline roof, whatever. The people at the farm had it covered with something. Merv said it needed to be taped, right? But I was an absolute fucking mess here, because by this point I am now aware that this couple have been saying the most horrible things about me since Melbourne, and it was that man, the husband of that couple, who came into the shop the day that I had gone out of my way to take Merv lunch, because Dollar Man doesn't fucking do shit, right? All I was doing was taking him lunch, and those people came in and I happened to be there. And that man just about grilled me about Boss. He just went into such depth about his dying, and it hadn't even been 2 weeks, and I was beyond struggling, trying to hold it together, because as far as I knew, these people were Merv's really good friends. I thought they were becoming my friends. I honestly thought, up until Tuesday, that if we end up moving into the caravan, which is looking more and more like that will happen, that they would let me keep my car and motorbike there, when in fact it turns out that they hate me. They just think the absolute worst of me. So by the time I got home on Tuesday, I was crying my eyes out, because as far as I'm concerned, that man grilling me in the shop about Boss just over a week after his death, I now see that as nothing but torture. He tortured me. He wasn't my friend. He could not have given a flying fuck about me. And the thing is, I would have known that if Merv just read his fucking messages properly. So please, if you're still watching this video up until this point, if you fucking skim read shit, please do not do that. Because it can destroy people. I was so out of it when this accident happened. I didn't know. Like, he told me he was going to close up the caravan because he'd opened all the windows and the doors to air it out, because it hasn't been used for over 2 years. Yes, you can imagine how much work I have to do, right? I had no idea what he was doing. But it turns out he put the ladder up to put the tape over the skyline, yeah? And not only did this happen once, but it happened fucking twice. The ladder slit. And he managed to save himself and readjust the ladder. But then he overextended himself with the tape